Good evening, everyone. I have to admit, I've been at these concerts probably for the last 15 years, and this is the largest crowd I've ever seen. Like Mr. Beneke said, which is a great thing, guys. However, if you have an empty seat, you might want to raise your hand so someone can have a seat too, because we're all in here together to really enjoy. This is our 41st annual concert with E.O. Green and Blackstock School. Can you believe that? Well, it's definitely my pleasure to welcome everybody. And because we do have this wonderful program, it's because of several people that continue to support it that's here in our audience. So I would like to recognize them. First of all, we have our superintendent, Dr. Dannenberg, that's here. Thank you so much. Along with him, one of our school board members, Mr. Sanzano. Thank you. We know that at many of the junior highs, they have actually closed this program, but we continue to keep this program going because we know how important it is to your children that are here, that you will just love their performance. I also want to recognize Mr. of course, Tom Beneke, the principal at and I also know he has his assistant principals here, Mrs. Granado, from E.O. Green School. The principal was unable to be here, but there are people helping her out. We have Mrs. Martha Ramiro, assistant principal. She's here helping. And along with that, Mr. Frias and Mrs. Gonzalez. Thank you so much for helping us out. Okay, at this time, there are several housekeeping items that I want to bring up. Food and drink are not permitted in the auditorium, with, of course, the exception of water. Restrooms are located on the back to my right in the lobby. If you have a young child, please make sure you accompany them because we don't want to lose them for the rest of the performance. And of course, please look around your seating area to ensure you take all your belongings at the end. And if everyone at this time would turn their cell phones off, because we have plenty of music to listen to versus the extra. And of course, we have two wonderful band directors I'd like to introduce. This is Judy Rotenberg from E.O. Green. And from Blackstock School, Mr. Don Bond. The performance. I'm going to turn it over to them and enjoy. Thank you.
We're going to open our concert with a really powerful piece of music called Procession of the Gladiators. huh? I think so. This group is made up of primarily 7th graders. We have a few 8th graders who decided to begin band, and this was the right group for them to get started in. So to those 8th graders, I want to tell you it's been a pleasure, and I wish you well at the high school. Most of our students here are 7th graders. We have many students who started, particularly at Blackstock in the 6th grade, and the students at Eel Creek started just this year. They were brand new beginners at the beginning of 7th grade. So I think they have done an amazing job, both groups, of coming so far. Our next song is all about colors, colors of the rainbow, colors of springtime. It has been a folk song in Spain, a Spanish folk song for 5 generations, and it's called De Colores.
Backstage. ¿No estuvo esa canción grandiosa? It's the best I can do, folks. Boy, this is great. Sold out, standing room only. I always wanted to do this. Our next selection, a fire dance, portrays a musical picture of dancing around a huge fire. It was written to capture the spirit of one of many Native American rituals. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, fire dance.
transport ourselves to a fancy auditorium where people have paid $20 a ticket. And we're very sophisticated, and we applaud nicely. And we're ready to move on with the concert. And we're going to play a song from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory called Wonka's Welcome Song.
Are there any Katy Perry fans in the audience? All right, there's a handful. You know, it's okay to root for her. She is from Goleta, Santa Barbara. That's pretty cool. Big time star from Santa Barbara. So, hometown girl does well. And our next selection is from that hometown girl, Katy Perry, multi-week, multi-platinum #1 hit, Firework. Before we play our final selection of the concert band's portion of the concert, I just got to say one time, they do deserve a woo. Let's give them a round of applause. Keep in mind, most of these people have been only playing for a little under 2 years, so that says a lot. It has become a well-deserved tradition to end the concert band portion of the evening concert with a medley of the theme songs from the 4 major military branches. This medley has special meaning to Ms. Rotenberg as her husband. Roger, are you here today? Videotaping somewhere. He's always here. There he is, way up there at the top. He served in the Air Force. And this also has special meaning to me as well, and my wife. My dad was a Marine Corps veteran for the Korean War. And my our son is currently in Fort Benning, ready to come out to 29 Palms, serving in the Marine Corps as well. We'll be performing the 4 major themes in a row, starting with the Marines, followed by the Army, then the Navy, and ending with the Air Force. If you or a member of your family is a member of one of these branches, would you please stand up and be recognized while we play the theme from those particular military branches. So please stand up and be recognized while we play the song from your military branch. Armed Forces March. Okay. Thank you very much, paparazzi. I hope you're finished. Yes, it was worth it. All right, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a brief intermission, about hopefully less than 5 minutes, where we switch the bands. So concert band will be going down here, and go ahead, back row. We'll be moving up to the stage. Symphonic band will be moving up to the stage. Give us a few minutes. Thank you. Music, maestro. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here and sticking out. It's nice, warm weather. Tonight is all about celebrating something really positive. I hate to say that again, but I really need to point it out. There's a lot of negative things about schools in this day and age. This is one thing that's really positive. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. We need these things. Our first selection from the symphonic band behind me is a mountain, about Challenger Point, which is a mountain summit on the north side of Kit Carson Mountain in the Sangre de Cristo mountain range in Colorado. This summit was named in memory of the crew of the space shuttle Challenger, which was launched shortly after liftoff in January 1986. Challenger Point.
He wrote it actually as a gift for dear friends who just had babies. It's a lovely song, it sounds like a waltz. And he wrote it as a lullaby for this good friend. And we were fortunate enough to play it at our festival that we go to. Both bands took, this is one of the pieces they took, and both played beautifully. And we had a wonderful experience in Thousand Oaks when we attended festival. We also had an opportunity to send students to Ventura County Honor Band, which is quite an experience. Students audition for this, and it's a tough audition. They are auditioning with students from Simi Valley and Westlake Village and Thousand Oaks and everybody else in Ventura County. So would all of you who auditioned for Ventura County Honor Band please stand up? Performed with all of these students from these other schools, and that's Noah Young and Juan Martinez. Would you stand up? And now it's our pleasure to play a lovely lullaby for you, Mosley Lullaby.
one of the neat things about this band is they're multi-talented. You'll see people running around, changing instruments. That says a lot about them. They're willing to help out the band by playing lower instruments or the percussion, et cetera, et cetera. So let's give all those people a nice hand. All right, it's time to go back to the old school. Any old school fans out there like me? Yeah. All right, this sad thing is that I was their age when this song came out on the radio. And I'm okay with that, because I'm old school, and that's the way it is. So, and by the way, the title, when you first hear it, the title of the song is not George Lopez. As much as these young people think that's the title now. Oh, that's George Lopez. No, it's called Low Rider.
high energy, explosive, kaboom.
round of applause for the snare drummers. They're working, people. Come on, give it up. And cymbals. Keep it working. We're going to calm down just a little bit here. Some jazz, not smooth jazz on the elevator, real jazz. We're going to play some cool swinging groove, kind that you're cruising down the 101 or Highway 1 down to Santa Monica and you hit the cruise control and you hear that stuff on the radio, you know, the wave. This would be something that would be on the wave. Cruise control.
careful with how I pronounce this next title. Gotta love CeeLo. You know CeeLo. CeeLo Green. And we're always so happy when we can find a band arrangement of a popular tune, because it's what we play. Sometimes it's really hard to find arrangements for them. And I saw this one and thought, you know, it's a pretty good tune. It turned out to be a great tune. We really enjoyed it. So we're going to play CeeLo's Forget You.
Is Miss Evie Sensineto still here? Please be here. Yes, if she's out front, I need somebody to get Evie. Thank you, Mr. Duran. He's running. We have a presentation. She doesn't know about this. She hates these things, but we're going to do it anyway. She deserves it. I don't know about you, but I close my eyes and I think I hear a high school band playing, don't you? These guys. Seventh grade, you guys, we can't believe you've only been playing for almost 2 years, so everybody tonight, wonderful. Please come up. I know you don't like these, but please come up. For the last 10 years, and I just finished my 10th year being in Southern California. The whole time I've been here, I've had one office manager over at Blackstock, and that's Miss Evie Sensineto. Now, for 10 years, she has been gracious enough to organize almost everything there is having to do with our spring concert at the end of the year. That would be all the tickets, printing up all the tickets, all the names and the programs, and taking care of the front door, spelling all the names that she spells incorrectly, and me too. You know I'm right. I do other things wrong though. That's my wife. Anyway, moving right along, we would like to present this plaque to Mrs. Sensineto. It says, for Outstanding Service Award presented to Evie Sensineto in recognition of 10 years of dedication and assistance, and might I say wonderful assistance, to the annual spring concert by the Wainimi Elementary School District's junior high schools, June 5th, 2013. Let's have a huge round of applause. Unfortunately, she's retiring. I don't know what we're going to do without her. Thank you, Miss Evie.
Before we get to our last song of the evening, I just want to thank again all of the families who support music in our schools, support these students. Look what they can do. I mean, really. As things keep getting better, we keep hoping we're going to see more and more music reinstated and keep the program growing. Got to keep it alive, absolutely, absolutely. All right. I want to take just a moment also to thank our 8th graders for a wonderful junior high, middle school experience. And I loved directing them, working with them, and I want to wish them all the best, and I hope they continue in music when they get into the high school. So thank you, 8th graders. So after the program, we're going to ask our students, we're going to hang on to them for just a second because they need to put instruments away and take music stands, help get some things out to the truck, which is that way, guys. And then they will come out and find you. If everybody crowds back here, believe me, there's not room. So I promise we'll get them out to you as soon as we can. Thank you for coming. And we're closing with Maritime March. Mr. Vaughn and everyone, and all our old students. How many of you used to be our students who are here right now? All right. We thank you very much, and they're all yours in just a moment. Thank you.